Hello, welcome everybody.
You took me by surprise. I thought you said we weren't live.
No, I said we were doing something different. I hope you're all well, everyone. I just thought we'd do something different there on the old intro, a bit of DuckTales.
That different. You caught me off guard.
I know.
I wondered why you were shushing me.
I was like, shh, stop talking. I hope everyone's good. Welcome back to Cookie and the Haydens. I'm Car Boot Chris. This is Bargain Bell. Are you with the program? Are you with us?
I'm sorry, I've just seen a message from my niece telling me that they're getting a new dog soon. They're rehoming a dog. So I was like, what? Who? Where?
Crying out loud.
I need to look at the pictures.
All right.
Oh, wait. Don't worry, it's all good. I'm with the program.
Okay.
Hi.
Yeah, so we have got a bumper show tonight. We've got so much to talk about, so much to do. Thank you for being here. Thanks for being loyal followers of the channel and being here 8 o'clock on a Monday night. But we're going to do our bells hellos in a minute. There's Cookie. Hi, Cookie. Right, baby. We've got the whole crew here, Cookie and the Haydens.
Yeah.
We're going to do our hellos in a second. So get your hellos in the chat. You've got a beat bell to the bottom.
Beat bell's bottom.
We've also got some oh-nos to do. I've got a new little segment to share with you. So stay tuned for that one. We've also got some shout-outs to do. We're going to talk about reseller mental health today. Very serious topic. And it's something that affects us all as resellers, even if it's just in a small way.
Not even just resellers. It's something that affects us all.
Of course.
But I think we want to try and
focus on the
reselling side of it.
So we're going to talk about that in a little while. So hold your thoughts and come back in with it a bit later on. Also, I've got a mystery box to auction tonight. If anyone's interested in a nice mystery box for Christmas. So look out for that. I've not even got the mic ready. There it is.
Has anyone said?
I don't know.
We've got loads of messages saying we can't hear you.
Oh, I hope you heard us okay. And then we've got the duck race later on. So we've got loads to do. So in the meantime, are you ready to see if you can beat the chat to the bottom, babes?
I'll give it a go.
Okay, just hang on a second.
Prepared, but I'll give it a go.
No, I'm not really prepared. I'm a bit all over the place. Hang on a second. Let me get the music right.
That's because normally we have 3 minutes of intro to prepare.
I know, I did something different. Okay. All right, are you ready? You're going to go through the chat. You're at the top. Tori should be first.
Oh. No.
Tori was first, so you're missing
Tori
some.
First, so I'm missing some already.
Okay, I'll see if I press that. Go on.
So
there's Tori.
So we've got Tori and DBU Resells. We've got Amzi, and then we're up to me. We've got Santa Claus. We've got Betty Bob, Once Love Treasures, Lindsay and Alvin, the Monkey Thrifter. Ooh, who else? Gwaz. There's Tori and Jen. Flip now. Dave Repairs. I haven't seen Dave for a while.
No. Hi, Dave.
Hi, Dave. RJS World, Ali Evans, Joan, Bill Higginson, Alan Starbuck, UK Reseller, Spy, Pat Pedler, GT Preloved.
Get your hellos in now, guys.
Chris Tyler, Helen Craddock, Fletch One, Alvin, Kevin Hawthorne, Brooke. Come on, who else? Give me a new one. Left Edwin Hummingbird, Lana's in there, Steve's in there, Maximus and Co, John at YLM, Endless Treasures, Maria Clark, Eiley Julie Harvey, the Reseller Kid. Okay, come on, Rachel Nash, Jason Entwistle, Knight's Life, Sharon Bradford, Carly, Adam Watson.
Come on.
Del Boy Dan, Mrs. Love. They're all the same names. There's no new names. Fix it for reselling. I don't know if I've said that. Come on, Samuel and B. Oh, come on. Give me a new name. Junie D. Give me Kitty. Jack of all trades. It's like, come on, 3-1.
That's it.
Yorkshire mix.
That's it.
Is that it?
You're out of time. You're out of time.
No.
You are done. You say the Reseller Kid?
I did. Oh, I'm at the bottom.
Oh, you just got in there.
I'm
I
at
mean,
the
come on.
bottom, and it's all the same names. It doesn't count if it's all the same names from when I finished. And so the only people that I missed at the bottom that have just popped in is Lisa and John M. There we go.
Oh, hi guys. Well, thanks so much everyone for joining us tonight on this Monday night. Reseller Kid says, how's everyone's boot sales been this year? Mine have definitely got worse since I started. Oh, Reseller Kid. No, I'm sorry to hear that. I don't know. I think the boot sales have been all right.
Still a reseller kid, or is he a reseller man now?
He's a reseller adult.
Are you a reseller adult now?
I think so. I don't know actually.
Have you gone from a kid to a man?
Have you made that transition to adulthood yet?
Yeah.
I've not noticed anything majorly different. You would think more people would be selling stuff now, obviously, to raise a bit of cash and stuff, wouldn't you?
As always, we will say if you put a comment in earlier on while we were within
Put it back in.
stick it back in, because if I start going back, I'll get completely lost, and then we can have a look at it.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about reselling and mental health in a little while, so stay tuned for that.
Hi, Rosa.
There you go. Reseller Kid says not quite yet. Near next year, young adult.
Fluffy Muffin is with us.
Oh yeah, Fluffy Muffin was in the other day actually.
Fluffy Muffin, I like that. It's cute.
How fluffy is your muffin?
How fluffy is your muffin? Unfortunately, if you have a fluffy muffin, you've probably dropped it on the floor and it's landed top side up.
I'm trying to envisage that, but it's not happening. Hi, Dave. Welcome. Rosie's there as well. Hi, Rosie. Let's have a little look down the chat, see if anyone's got anything.
Oliver Ian has joined us. I remember when Oliver Ian used to be in first.
Yeah.
He's just like, he doesn't care anymore, does he?
No, it's
just on dedication.
Yeah, he's not asked anymore, is he?
Dedication's what you need.
Steve said I'll start the bidding at 15 quid. Hold that thought, Steve. Hold that thought. We'll do it in a little while.
Fletch wants a good week for selling for me.
Nice one, Fletch one. Junie D says I'm here to be cheered up by you, Chris and Belle. I was like, no pressure. No pressure.
Oh no, hang on. I've heard some really sad news today. My best mate's hubby died. Oh no. Oh my god, 44. Jesus. It's only the same age as you.
That's me. That's my age. Oh, that's so sad, Junie.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. That's awful news.
No.
Awful. It's never good when somebody passes away, but when they die suddenly, without having any pre-warning, it's even worse, isn't it? Oh, now we need cheering up.
Yeah, I know. What are we going to do now?
That's horrible.
We can't recover. There's JJ Jess. Hi.
Oliver Ian says he's officially here more than me.
That is probably true, to be fair, especially in body and in mind. You don't even watch our videos.
Do you know? Right, if I show you my YouTube, you will see how many of your videos I watch. Just because I don't tell you that I watch them.
I'm going to get roasted here. I'm staying back.
Just because I don't tell you that I watch them doesn't mean I don't watch them. I just don't watch them when you straight away put them out.
Why don't you comment?
I go back. Now I have to comment as well.
If you comment,
pushing your luck.
Comment something, but also timestamp it so that I know you're not just commenting and pretending that you are.
Do you know what? I'm going to leave you to it soon.
No, nobody would watch if you weren't here.
Little Steve can do it with you.
Oh, it's all right, Junie. It's okay. It's absolutely fine.
Oh no, you haven't brought the chat down. Don't worry, Junie. Look,
sad news.
We're all here. We're all here for it. For anything that people need to say.
Go, yeah, Belle's haven't. Mrs. Love says, "Go about you, tell her."
I save them all to when I have a moment of I have nothing better to do, and then I go watch them all.
Santa says Belle's pacing herself.
Yes, I am.
Well, that is a nice drink, that, you know.
It is, but I think I've made mine too strong again.
Mine's strong.
It's like...
Yeah, it's a bit strong, but it's nice.
In the back of my throat.
Steve's just said that there's a Movie Chats meetup on the 25th of March in Chester. If anybody's interested, head over to Movie Chats or speak to Steve.
Welsh Picker has joined us. Hello, Welsh Picker.
Chris needs another clothing bale for Belle to sit through.
Oh, don't worry.
Oh, watch this space, Steve.
Why do you think I'm narky? Then bollocks Chris for spending money on his hauls.
Are the Haydens going? I've not committed to it yet, Tori, but you never know. We might do. We might put in a special celebrity appearance.
It's about time we showed up to one.
Yeah, no, we should do one at some point.
And this is well, I'm going to say they're just never close enough, are they? This is probably the closest so far. Is it the closest?
I don't know.
Okay.
We might do, Tori. Well, let you know.
Matt says, are you going to watch any of the Walking Dead spin-offs next year, Kiss? Oh, yes.
We just finished the Walking Dead series on, was it Saturday night or something? Saturday night, we just finished it. So obviously
no
it's ready.
for the people that haven't watched it.
It was a disappointing ending to the series, but I can see like they've just set it up ready for the spin-off. That's all. A bit of a naff
to the series. Disappointing end to what? 15 years of watching it.
12 years.
12 years.
A quarter of my life has been taken up watching The Walking Dead. That is mental. 25% of my life.
Jack of all trades says there was a kidnapping at my son's school the other day. Don't worry, they woke him up. Has that gone over my head, or is it
gone over mine? I've got to figure that out.
Had a kid fell asleep? Is that what it was? Oh, sorry, Jack. It's probably something dead simple, and it's just gone. Dave says, Roundmail update, get your freaking listings up, get your stuff sold in the first few weeks of December. All couriers would be screwed, and Roundmail CEO refusing to talk wants every style drivers. So, yeah. I'm trying my hardest to have my Christmas. My Christmas is almost complete, so I don't have to worry about sending stuff, ordering stuff, or anything.
Mrs. Love says, does anyone else name their mannequins? Named ours Marge. Kids thinks it's hilarious.
What's yours called? Is it called Belle?
I get more.
Do you talk to
I get more sense out of it. Look at your face, you absolute womble. RJ says, suffer bad with mental health. To be honest, being a reseller was the worst thing ever for the loneliness, but try to be forward thinking as much as I can. Okay, well, yeah, I understand that totally. Just hold that thought and we'll come back to it in a little while if that's okay, RJs. We've got some other stuff to talk about, but we will come back to it. Never watched The Walking Dead, says Night's Life. Oh, man.
We can't get away with saying that, can we?
Oh,
our wedding on it.
Kidnapping. Oh. Crying out loud.
Thanks, Aaron. Oh.
Okay.
At least it wasn't just me this time.
Yeah, I did not see that, but I'm useless at stuff like that anyway. So.
Oh, Lisa didn't get it either.
Yeah.
But then Shabmeister. Is that Shabmeister?
That's Shabba.
Is that Shabba?
Shabbatron.
Just to confuse me. Kidnapping. Yeah, kidnapping.
Yeah. Okay.
I was kind of right on the right way. I said, did a kid fall asleep?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, no.
Okay, so the first oh no of the night. Lana, you don't need to remind me. I'm doing it. Okay, so I'm going to have to do a bit of a reenactment for this, like a reconstruction.
A bit like room and come back then.
A bit like 999, you know, when they did those reconstructions. Okay, so it's just an example of, and I don't say this for all vintage sellers, but sometimes I just can't believe sometimes what vintage sellers, how they send things to you. Okay, so I'm gonna have to reenact this because I don't have the original stuff. So I bought a lovely hat on Vinted. Let's say, for example, that this is it. A lovely looking hat, nice, good, great condition. Just let's say this is the hat, for instance. Okay, so I'm the vintage seller, and this is the hat that I've just sold. So how can I send this hat? Can I put it in a box to keep it nice, or shall I just throw it in a bin bag? This will be all right, won't it? Every will treat this with lovely respect. So I'll put it in a bag, and I'll put a bit of tape on it, and I'll just send that in the post.
But,
Okay.
But did it come in one piece?
Oh, hang on. Here's one I prepared earlier. This is what arrived. This is what arrived from my Vinted order. My lovely, nice new hat. Quite like that. In fact, it was thinner than that. Why did he do it? I mean, I know that Vinted like aim their marketing at people who are just selling stuff out of their closets or their wardrobes, and like as a car boot sale type thing. But come on, have some brains. You can't put a hat in a bin bag and send it, because that is what will happen to it.
So it didn't come in good order.
I managed to reshape it, but that's not the point. I wasn't happy about it. So there you go.
Jack of all trades says, my mannequin is called Derek and the dog hates it. It growls and barks.
Is it Derek the tap peddler?
Jack of all trades. Oh, right.
Oh, God.
Mm.
Shadmeister said, I got scammed on Vinted, or so the seller thought. So I explained how Vinted works, reported him, said cheery ho, said person is now banned.
Steve said that he's loving Vinted at the minute. Geordie Reseller has joined us.
Steve says, bin bags are amazing. Chris has got to be in the bonnet tonight. No, not me. Not me. Fits through the letterbox. That's very true. And that is exactly what happened to it. It went in our letterbox. We don't have a letterbox like on the front door. We have a, what do you call them? A box on the outside of the post box on the outside of the house. And it was squeezed through there. I named my mannequin Stig, says Derek.
Ivy Julie Harvis says that she's not been feeling too well, but she's on the mend now.
Oh, that's good.
So,
that's good. Oh, on that note, I think Sarah Ellen Tonks has got COVID and is not too well at the moment.
I
thought
the family members had it. I didn't
Cookie, stop now.
I didn't
Stop.
know she had it. She got
Stop.
it now.
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
Go on, go sit down.
I hope you're not
go
too
sit down.
bad. Yeah, I hope it passes quickly and you don't suffer too badly with it.
Yeah, I hope you feel better soon. Vintage sellers are the worst for packing. Had many things arrive. Yeah, shocking, isn't it? Lisa says, I have had a bin bag for a return a customer sent me.
But I've had some things that have been nowhere near that like damageable, and they've come in like past the parcel style. There's been that many layers on it. So
it's just inexperience, isn't it? Yeah. And it's the fact that Vinted, they market themselves to people who are not particularly experienced with that kind of thing. So probably not their fault. They don't all know how to deal with it properly.
If there's nothing wrong with that packaging, it's a large letter.
Mrs. Love said, tried Vinted once, never again. Like to see what I'm buying, if you know what I mean.
I do like Vinted.
I like it.
I do like it, but I created a monster by introducing Chris to it. Definitely created a monster.
Yeah, I'm on there all the time.
So when I got a parcel from Vinted, it was packaged in a little bag.
Yeah.
Okay.
What, rather than a big bag? Boom. Why would someone send an item like that? I know. That's exactly what I thought.
That said Stig of the Dump. He was a dumpster find, and it's white like the Stig. Okay.
How did Belle's Christmas party go? Did you get drunk? You know, the other week when you went out.
You mean Friday? It might have felt like it was that long ago.
I know.
It was after having a meltdown before going out, stressing about going out because it's been like 3 years since I went out.
She had a little hissy fit, which included throwing her straighteners across the room.
It wasn't my straighteners, it was my curlers.
Now you guys would not think that of Belle, would you? Because you think, oh, she's so gentle and she's so such a lovely person. She threw the straighteners across the room.
Throw them across the room.
Thankfully, it wasn't at me.
Technically, I did throw them across the room. I was throwing them towards the bin. That's what I was doing. I wasn't just throwing them across the room.
Oh, she had a right paddy on Friday night.
They stopped working halfway through curling my hair. The ladies in the chat will get this. When you want to go out, you're stressing. It's the first time I've been out in 3 years properly. and I was trying to get ready. No, like on my own without you.
Mhm.
And it was an actual night out. And they literally cut out on me like halfway through curling my hair, and I just lost it. And yeah, I was like, they're going in the bin, and I threw them across the room.
Oh, she had the right face on her.
But you're making it sound like I was having like a
I know.
screaming.
I'm making it more dramatic than what it was.
Is.
But she was like a bit of a drama queen.
For me, I was having a hissy fit.
She was. Matt Sells Stuff says, I bought an Xbox 360 from eBay ages ago, and it was sent in a carrier bag. How did it arrive,
Jesus
Matt? That is mental. What were you going to say, babe?
I was going to say, but on the other side of that, once I'd got out and I'd settled down, it was a very nice meal.
I told you that, didn't I? I was like,
he did.
Just calm down.
He was
You'll be fine when you get out.
He was kicking me out the car, going, "You'll be fine. Just go and enjoy yourself. You'll be fine." But no, I did have a nice time, and I was tipsy, but I wasn't drunk. Yeah.
Brad says hi. Hi, Brad. Hope you're okay.
Talking of mental health, that was Chris's solution to my meltdown. Get out of the car. Go and enjoy yourself.
Shabba says, I've had a couple of bike helmets sent in bin bags. Jeepers creepers.
Hello to Brad Wessex. Is that a new name? Have we had Brad in before?
Is Brad related to Lindsay and Alvin?
Oh,
I'm not sure, actually. I might be way off the mark with that. Chris Tyler had a shirt sent in a Frosties box. Both the Tonks have it now, Sarah and James, and the son.
No.
Oh, sorry, everyone. Hope you're all feeling better. I don't know
I
if
hope
you're
we're all
watching.
feeling
Probably
better
not.
soon.
Yeah, get well soon.
Mrs. Love says, it's nice to know it's not just my crazy household name in the mannequins.
Betty Bob says, my first sale on Vinted was a cheeky bugger trying to claim my jeans stunk bad whilst also trying to resell them himself. Wow, that is cheeky. Well done for finding him.
I don't know where you're up to now.
Just in front of you, Liam Gallagher says hello. Hi, Liam. What's the story?
I think I'm a bit ahead of you. Maximus and Co said gutty because the topic is key and I'd love to carry on listening live, but got to shoot. I'll catch up later. It's a great topic. Also to Junior, unfortunately, lots of love. Thanks for joining us.
No worries, Maximus. Catch up later.
Geordie says Vinted is good for flipping to sell on.
Can be. Steve says it's amazing. Definitely doesn't feel like I'm spending loads of money. What's it? Have I missed something?
No, I think he's talking about buying on Vinted.
Oh, right. Okay.
Santa said Belle only gets tipsy, never full.
Yeah, you just resell it back on Vinted on another account. Yeah.
I don't get full on drunk, Santa, because it's not worth how bad it makes me feel. And I don't just mean hangover. I just mean it like flares my condition, so it's not worth it. And plus, after 2 drinks, I get like a little homing device that starts beeping, and all I want to do is go home.
Matt Sell Stuff says, anyone seen the channel Dumpster Diving UK? I've not seen that one, Matt. I don't think. We'll look out for it.
Affinity, I sometimes send things in Tesco bags, not the clear ones though. It's just as strong as a mailing bag. I don't sell many things as big as that, so my usual mailing bags are too small. There's no problem in the Tesco bag thing, but just don't send a nice hat in a Tesco bag. That's all I'm saying. Everything else, like you say, it's as good as a mailing bag. There's no differences there, as long as you wrap it and seal it nicely. See, Lindsay Navin says, totally understand, Belle, 100% get it. And how bad is it then when your partner stood there going, your hair looks fine, when you know it doesn't?
It did. It looked absolutely fine to me. Monkey 50 said, had someone give me a low ball offer and then backwards and forwards have declined, then sent an offer which I accepted. If they'd have taken the 15% Black Friday offer, they would have got it cheaper. That happens a lot, though.
Mrs. loves to setting new hair trends in as straighteners broke halfway through.
Shabba says, were they plugged in?
And did they hit Chris? Did he then arrest you and give you a nice... No, Chris quietly went away and let me just get on with it. Every so often he popped his head in and going, are you okay?
I was a bit like, can you hurry up a bit? Because England match was on and I was doing a live and I'm like, I need to drop you off quick.
Yeah, he was, and he was subtly walking around, pacing around the house, putting his shoes
was
on,
putting
putting
my-
his coat on, putting
I
his
put
hat
me.
on.
I did. I literally got myself ready, and I was like, "Are you ready, dear?" I had a crazy buyer the other day saying he didn't believe he would get his purchase and couldn't see any recent sales in my feedback, and that I seemed untrustworthy after a few messages. Jesus, give you a chance at least to get it.
He said he will apologise if he receives the parcel.
Well, I expect he'll make that apology, I would hope.
Limelight Vinci says, I was scared watching Alvin in the skip. I thought he was going to get caught.
Tap Peddler said, I had an eBay return, hi-fi and speakers dumped loose in a box, was smashed to bits. Oh, what did you do with that, Derek? How did you deal with it?
There you go.
Let us know.
Brad, yes, Chris.
I knew it was. I knew it was.
Oh, yeah. Did we get introduced last week?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Sorry, Brad. Takes me a while to remember names.
Lindsay and Alvin says, yes, Belle, it's even more annoying when your hubby tells you it's fine. Whoever got Canada in the World Cup draw must be chuffed for fastest goal. Yeah, it might not be the fastest goal yet, Katie.
Oh, we've got Caddy the Collector has joined us. Is Caddy new? Or is that somebody else? Are you new, Caddy? If you are, welcome.
Is it KD Nation?
I don't know. It just says Caddy the Collector.
I know, but it could be KD Nation, but with a different name.
No.
Because just funny that it's Katie. Hi, Alan. Welcome. Right, I've got a new little segment. It's only a very quick one, but I've been meaning to do this for a while, but I just did it today. So.
Sorry, David's just said had a camera return this week covered in jam.
Lovely.
Random. Mrs. Love said a low ball offer, 20 quid off the price. They claimed it would need dry cleaning. Said it's a good price, stuck with it. They soon paid up.
Returning probably
coming next week.
Yeah. Okay, right. I've got a little new piece that I'm going to try and do every week if I can, if I've got the content for it.
I was lying in the bath before, chuckling to myself, listening to him doing the voice recordings for this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Right, okay, here we go. Are you ready for this one? This is our new little segment.
It's the comment of the week.
How many times did you record that?
A lot of times.
In different pictures. It's a comment of the week. It's a comment of the week. It's a comment of the week.
Okay, so what I thought I'd do is, because you know what, loads of times I see some interesting, nice, nasty comments on YouTube. I get some weird messages on Instagram. I get some strange feedbacks on eBay or questions on eBay. So I thought now and again I would pick out one and share it with you guys as the comment of the week. So this week, the comment is this, and Belle hasn't seen this yet. I don't think she's seen this comment at all. So here we go. Here's this week's comment. So this was on the video where me and my mum are showing people how to repair their voice boxes on Build-A-Bears. And this comment comes from Bing Bong Girl. Don't say anything. Thank you so much for this tutorial. I've had a Build-A-Bear and it has a voice box with my mum's voice in of her singing, but she's passed away and it broke. I've been so heartbroken as I just want to hear her voice once more. I'm hoping this video helps me fix it so I have something of her again before my 18th.
Why would you?
I knew. I knew it would happen.
Tell me about that.
I didn't want to tell you because I knew that you'd do that.
Oh my god.
Oh, what a lovely comment that is.
Why would you make me cry live on YouTube? Oh my god! Oh my god!
But it was so nice for someone to comment that, and I have since messaged them back to say, did you manage to fix it? And I'm just waiting to see if I get a response. But it's such a lovely thing, and it just makes it, you know, when you make a video like that and you don't realize that, you know, it can affect somebody, in that kind of way, in a positive way. All right, calm down.
Awful to me, you.
Oh,
Why would you
come here,
do that?
baby.
Why would you
Come
not pre-warn me that we've got something like that coming up? I can't even read me things now.
So there you go. That's the comment of the week, and it was 12 days ago, but I was meant to do this. I was meant to do this segment last week, but I didn't make the VT, so I needed to include it this week. So I just thought that was such a nice comment to do.
Oh, I can't even see where I'm up to. You need to pre-warn me with those.
And they don't get many like that, but it does make it worthwhile.
That's really good. Where are we up to?
Dave, it was on purpose. It was meant to be a one-finger typing. And if you watch it closely, you'll see what it types out.
Flipping out said it's not as good as Oh No. I think they just mean the title.
No, probably not.
Steve Jackson says challenge has been set now. Let us see if you can get the best and silly comment on Chris's content each week. Dem's crying too. I'm glad it's not only me.
Oh, for God's sake, get a grip, will you?
Such a lovely message.
It was such a nice thing. When you get a lot of, and to be honest with you, you get a lot of abuse on YouTube. People saying all kinds of stuff to you, and a lot of it I delete. I don't even respond to a lot of it. But when you see one like that, it's really nice. I just only hope they manage to fix it.
That's what June has just said. Hope she manages to fix it. It's so sentimental.
Tap Peddler says it was a while ago he did a 50% return and dumped the hi-fi. Oh, what a shame.
Awful said, thanks, Chris. Cat's crying now. Limelight Vinci says, I don't think there'll be another comment to beat there.
I didn't fix it, Dave. My mum did. But I know how to fix them.
Caddy says it'll take more than that to move my stony heart, but it's nice people are making a difference.
It's just a little thing, innit? But it was so nice.
Fluffy Muffin Chris just made everyone cry.
Stan said, get a grip, you cheeky son. No, it was a lovely comment, and I'm just winding you guys up.
And you're taking advantage of knowing that I strike at everything.
Cookie, will you stop? No. Stop it. Stop.
I literally sent Chris a video. I went to work the other morning, and while I was setting my computer up, I went onto Facebook, which is always dangerous. And I ended up sending you a video, didn't I, of a lost dog coming home to its owner. And I literally sent him this video.
She always sends me this stuff.
And I was like, I'm crying my eyes outside of my desk at this moment in time.
She always sends me these videos when she's supposed to be working and she's looking at these videos.
No, I was setting my computer up.
Little Steve said, I forgot to say a massive thank you for the deal on the hat this week, Chris. It arrived yesterday. Really appreciate the spare.
Black bag.
Yeah.
Fletch One said, so a techie, is that supposed to be tiki mug in a charity shop window had a £1 label on it. We looked excited. Shopkeeper noticed, so she charged me £2. Wasn't a valuable one.
Oh, cheeky buggers.
Yeah.
Did he really want that? Did he really want to annoy a customer and just put an extra £1 on the price?
Chili B said, made my eyes leak.
RJ's World said, got a message the other day asking to send a video of me holding Kermit the Frog round the neck and shaking him. Oh my God. That is comment of the week for you, probably. That is terrible. Poor Kermit.
Dave says, new section next week, make Belle weep.
Yes. How can we make Belle cry? Shabmeister says, thanks for the Pokemon cards. Arrived in better condition than your pictures on your listing. They're going off for grading. Oh, nice one. Was there some decent ones in there, Shabba? Only very briefly looked. I just did a little scan on the TCG player thing, and I know a couple of them were worth a little bit of money, but I hope you get some decent ones in there.
Come on, guys. June is joining in now. Belle's crying moments. We are not having a segment which makes me cry on a Monday night.
Right, I need to put an appeal out, okay, and I need to ask if the following 3 people are in the chat tonight or watching and haven't commented. I'm looking for Alf Beast, Tanya Dare, and John Karen W. This is all to do with Secret Santa, and we're trying to resolve a couple of minor problems. So Alf Beast and Tanya Dare, they drew each other in the Secret Santa, but they're actually partners. So I offered to try and sort out like switching them, because I've got a couple of reserves that I can switch them out with. But they've not contacted me, and I'm going to issue other people to those reserves if they're not going to contact me. So you've got until the end of this show. If Alf Beast and Tanya Dare, if you're watching, I can only give you until the end of this show, and then I'm going to have to change the Secret Santa around. Also, John Karen W was paired with Endless Treasure, but hasn't made contact with them. So John Karen W, if you're watching, can you give me a shout, make a comment in the chat or something, give me some indication that you're out there. If not, I'm also going to give Endless Treasure another partner for Secret Santa. So those 3 people, if you're there, say hello in the chat, do something so that I can see. Cool.
Especially because we know how bad the delivery service is at the minute, so we need to give people time to get their Secret Santas sent
Exactly.
Chris said, make Belle cry, hide her straighteners.
Or break her best ones for next time. Let me do a couple of shout outs, Belle.
Shout outs.
I need to do a couple of shout outs. Now, did a little deal with M's Den this week, and because I saw this on one of their videos, and I gave them a shout. This mug I love it, absolutely love it. This Wally Disney mug. So thank you for the deal, guys. Also, they sent me some Chupa Chups lollies. But what I am going to do with the lollies, because I've got a Chupa Chups prize for next week,
which is slowly building.
I've got a bumper duck race prize for next week. So what I'm going to do is, if you don't mind, M's Den, I'm going to put that in with there because it sits in nicely with all the Chupa Chup stuff. So I'm going to put those in for everybody, if that's okay with you guys. But thanks so much for sending them and for the deal on the amazing little Wally mug. Absolutely love that.
Where's he going?
I'm not sure if I'm going to display him or drink out of him.
That is not going in the cupboard.
Why?
Because I'm running out of space with all these giant mugs you keep buying.
I'll have to display him then, won't I?
There you
go. Okay.
Helen Craddock says she still hasn't heard from Carol.
Okay.
If she's in the chat.
All right. If Carol McDonald is in the chat, will you make yourself known so that we can deal with that one? Also, I need to give a shout out to Keith Prosser, Independent Traders. I don't know if he's there. Have you seen him in the chat?
No, not so far.
He sent me some stuff. Now, I think it's for duck race prizes. So, Keith, if you're there, will you let me know or email me back? He sent me this little tabletop racer, this little horse racer, and this Bayliss and Harding. Is it Harding? Yeah. Gift set. And I think he meant them for duck race prizes, but I just want to double check. So drop me a line. But thank you so much for thinking of us and for the duck race or whatever else this was for. So thank you so much. So there's the shout outs for tonight. How's the chit chat going?
I don't know how far behind I am. Chop Chop says I had a return today because my items stank. I cleaned the battery compartment with pickled onion vinegar as I had no wine vinegar.
Pickled onion?
White vinegar left, and as I had no sense of smell, sent it out. It's actually quite a no.
That's a no, isn't it?
Yeah. Del Boy said had a buyer leave negative feedback this week saying that I sent a pair of trainers covered in dog poo, reported him to eBay.
What?
He said he's had the trainers 6 weeks and never messaged me directly.
Oh, bloody hell, Del Boy, that's a bit shit, isn't it?
Yeah. That was poo.
You can't do the same joke. It doesn't work.
Shadmaster says, my partner Gussie would be interested in being part of the secret, not so secret Santa if you need a substitute.
Okay, let me put you on the reserve list then, because I am putting in a couple of substitutes.
Gosia, Gosia.
Shabba
Gosia.
Gosia. Okay. Okay, Shabba, I'll put you on my list. Thank you.
Junie D, is this for a secret Santa? If you still need anyone to join, I would be up for it. So Junie doesn't mind going on the reserve list as well.
Okay, I'll put you on the list, Junie. It would be
Jilly B says if you need a standing secret Santa, let her know.
Who?
Jilly B.
Jilly B. Jilly B. Those who want to be stand-ins.
No, she missed you to be an ill Jilly.
If I've not ever messaged you before, will you message me on Instagram or Facebook so that I've got your contact? Because the worst thing ever is when someone says to me, I'll be part of it, and then it takes me a week to make contact with you. So I think everybody there I have messaged before.
You beat Alvin to the mug. Apparently he wanted that mug as well.
Did you, Alvin? Nah. No way. As soon as I saw that, I got in touch with the guys. I said, I need that mug.
People love that mug. Is the shout out voice Alan Partridge? No, it's Chris.
It was me. Santa said I just played back the comment of the week intro video to see what Chris typed out, and he typed comment of the week. Well done, Santa. Well done.
Steve said you best not be getting rid of that dragon thing we sent you.
Mrs. Love, all I can say is one phrase to you, and that is, you snooze, you lose. That's funny. Everyone wanted that mug.
Thanks, ABL. He says 100 in the chat and 16 likes. Thumbs
Thank
up.
you, guys. Thanks for reminding.
Thanks for the shout out on your. Oh, that was ABL to ABL. Sorry, getting involved in people's chat.
Right. Whilst we're on a bit of a roll, I do have another one of these to do.
Oh no.
Okay, I bought these at the charity shop today. I thought I had a fairly decent deal. £3 for these brand new. They're a bit like Heelys, but they're not Heelys.
Like the wheels pop out. You can have the shoes or the wheels.
Yeah. So you press the button at the bottom, and the wheels pop out.
Trendy out.
So you kind of tap your heels, a bit like, what do you call it? Wizard of Oz or whatever. Tap your heels and the wheels pop out. So they're a bit like Heelys, but they're brand new, never been worn. So I picked these up for £3. And then when I got home, I was about to list them. And here's a lesson for you. Is
always
to
check your stuff.
Have a quick look before you buy. I just took it on face value that these were pretty much brand new. And look at the bottom. Look at that. How have I not seen that? Ooh.
How do they even manage that? That's a thick sole.
I mean, that is crazy. That's some serious breakage there, isn't it? How have I... What kind of a reseller am I? I've bought that and I've made a rookie error and not even checked them. So that is another oh no.
Yeah, definitely.
There you
Once
go.
Love Treasure says Santa is seriously invested in your show, Chris.
He is. He's very good, and he keeps track of everything.
He is. He's like our little background techie person.
Yeah, he's like what do you call? He's like I can't think of the name. Producer.
He'll let you off this time. Ooh, I'm just trying to read between the chat. RJS World says I would break something wearing them.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would. Thanks, Alan. Thanks for the reminder. Don't forget, guys and girls.
And repairs?
Spares and repair. I don't think so. I don't think they're quality enough to bother with that.
It's a bad miss, that. It is a bad miss.
It is, yeah.
Once Love Treasure said, put them in a half-off sale, Chris.
Yes. Exactly, Peter. Really, you'd think they would have had a quick look at them, wouldn't you?
You'd be all right using them as healers now.
I know, you wonder why. I think some people just can't be asked going to the tip, can they? Or putting them in a bin or whatever.
Be okay for a one-legged person. How did the dealer keep a straight face?
Statistician, that's it, Limelight. Yeah, statistician.
Santa says, I feel like Ralphie in A Christmas Story when he decodes a secret message from the radio. Be sure to drink your Ovaltine.
Yeah. Super glue. I'm not sure super glue will cut it. Even Gorilla Glue, I don't think.
And I think duct tape would be obvious if you had to wrap it round.
Sell the one.
Yeah, somebody might have another broken one.
Well, you never know, but I think I could be
can
sitting on that for a while.
Somebody would not read the description and be like, "There's one missing."
Totally. Okay. Right. Let's talk about the headline thing that we want to talk about, which is reselling and mental health. So I made a few notes before the show because I wanted to talk about a few things specifically. Before we start, I just want to say as well that we're not experts on this subject. So, we're not experts on mental health and well-being and stuff like that. I just wanted to give you guys an opportunity to talk about any issues that you might have had in the past and ways that people can kind of deal with things, and deal with any issues that they're having, any ideas, any tips that you guys have. So I just wanted to start with a couple of questions to get the chat going. And those questions are what, and it's aimed mainly at reselling, but we're okay. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. But if you put your reselling hat on and have a think about what are the things in reselling that really negatively affect your mental health and well-being? And if you link to that, do you have any tactics, any ways of dealing with those things that help you get through it? So that's kind of the two little questions that I'm asking you. So if you're willing to share your experiences, or if you're willing to talk about why you resell and how things have affected you and stuff like that, then feel free to drop in the comments and we'll try and get through a few examples and a few tips. And
I think it's more prevalent at this time of year because as much as Christmas is a really happy time of year for a lot of people, it's the complete opposite for some. It can just impact on how people are feeling and impact on the pressures of just everyday life. So I just think that now is a really good time in this, as we're hitting December, and like you said, everyone's kind of starting to put the decorations up and be really happy and jolly. There's a lot of people out there that will be absolutely dreading it. And like you said, it's something that I've noticed since Chris has been full-time reselling, that Chris is quite good with dealing with his emotions and whatever else, but even I can see how it can get to him on certain days and what pressures he has to deal with, and he has to deal with it alone because he's a lone worker. He's got nobody to fall back on, nobody to rely on. I know you've got me, but that doesn't count because I'm not here all the time. I don't understand a lot of how the business works, so it's something that you have to work through on your own, isn't it?
Yeah, and it is a pressure for sure. Definitely is. I think the first thing I had written down that probably affects most of us in some way, even if it's just a small way, lone working. I think that is one of the biggest things, is not having that team aspect, not having colleagues sat next to you who you can bounce off or talk to or whatever. I think that's a big thing.
The house.
And you can go, if you have your parcels collected, you can go quite a while without even leaving the house.
Lisa says, I think my mental health would be much better if I could quit my job and go full-time reselling. I think juggling sometimes.
That can be hard.
You've obviously been in that situation as well, and that can be really difficult, can't it?
I think I think also there is a danger that, I mean, whatever you're doing, there's always issues, isn't there? There's things that you don't expect, and just going from working like in a working environment, like a normal job, and you feel like you've got some well-being issues, but then when you go reselling, you might solve some issues, but then you find other things coming up that you might not have expected. And it's just like how you deal with it.
Have a sick day when you're not feeling
Exactly.
too good, can you?
No. And that happened to me the other week when I was poorly on the Sunday night. I was up at 8 a.m. after throwing up all night doing my parcels, packing parcels, and it affects you. But
and obviously, I mean, I took them to the shop that day, but there's no way I could have got up and done his packing for him and done his labels. I don't know the business that well to be able to do all that. I'm sure I could have muddled my way through if he was absolutely on death's door and really needed it.
Stuff like that's a worry because.
But not everybody has a second person who they can potentially rely on, do they?
But if I was seriously ill, like proper laid up, I would worry like hell. I'd be really anxious about how I was going to deal with my eBay stuff, and it would drive me really, really bad. Lindsay and Alvin said, I've suffered from mental health for years, depression and anxiety, still on the tablets. Yeah. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, and a lot of people have mental health, especially depression and anxiety. And I mean, I try to be quite a perky person, don't I? Try to be. But even I've noticed over the years, especially as I'm getting a little older, I don't know why, but I am becoming more and more anxious about things. I think I was going out the other night. It bothered me more that I was getting worked up because I'm not normally like that. I'm normally like a really sociable person, aren't I? And I'm always the one. It doesn't matter if I know people or don't know them. I can make friends wherever. And suddenly I've turned into this person that I was absolutely terrified of going out with my own workmates.
I've not seen you like that before.
No, it literally can creep up on you.
Chris says, I prefer working alone. Years of dealing with people gave me more stress. That's fair enough. I mean, if that's how you feel and that works for you, then that's great.
But are you not a little bit like that because people annoy you too? But
sometimes.
Then the other side of it is this is like the complete
isolation. It's a polar opposite, isn't it? Yeah. I do miss like the work environment a little bit and talking to people in the office, and I do miss some of that aspect. Yeah, for sure. Damien says, my mental health sucks most of the time. Generally, I cope by switching off from the world. Very much happy with my own company.
Yeah.
At least you've got a coping mechanism, haven't you? That's what I'm thinking. Like, what coping mechanisms do everybody have?
Do you not think that a big thing is recognizing it as well? You don't always recognize that you've got a problem, that maybe there's something going on. So if you can recognize it, then that's the first step in, like you said, putting tools and mechanisms in place to help you deal with it.
GT says, negative is the stock everywhere. The house no longer feels like a home, but periodically I take time out for a big, deep clean. Yeah, I get that. Totally get that. JJ says, I went full-time by myself during lockdown and I was so depressed. My husband still worked, so was out of the house 8 till 6. I was so lonely and hated reselling at first. I can understand it.
I would be like that, JJ. That's one of the big reasons that I won't join Chris. Because I wouldn't be able to do it.
I must admit, like, I kind of went full-time reselling, and how long after I went full-time did we move down here? Was it 6 months?
You went full-time in the October, and we moved down here in the March.
So 6 months after going full-time, we moved down to Devon, and then we got locked down, and we were all isolated then, weren't we?
I mean, to be fair, it was probably better for you because had you not had lockdown, I'd have been at work all day. So at least you had me with you.
Yeah, true. Mrs. Love says, I started reselling earlier this year, mainly because my mental health had enough of the normal 9 to 5. A lot of people do that, don't they? A lot of people in reselling. Lana says, I used to struggle with work-life balance. It can blend into one. Yeah, totally. I've got that written down here, Lana. We'll talk about it in a few minutes.
Negatives, no trustworthy delivery service in Q4 this year. Well, that will be causing a lot of stress for people,
Yeah,
won't
and
it?
people worried about it because you worry about how it's going to affect your eBay store, and you get anxious about whether stuff's going to get delivered, and then are you going to get horrible messages, and then are you going to get negative feedback, and it all kind of builds up, doesn't it?
Well, most people that are in a 9-to-5 job, those sort of worries and stresses are above you. You go in, you do your job, and the worries of the business actually staying afloat are above you, and you don't have to worry about it. But as a lone reseller, it's all your responsibility, isn't it?
Night's Life says just a lack of sales gets me down, but that's my own fault as I'm still depressed about losing my brother. It's a vicious circle.
Yeah. And that's the other thing, isn't it? It's very easy if you have outside influences that are affecting your mental health. How do you keep yourself motivated then to do your business?
Well, difficult, isn't it?
You know,
and what the answer is to that.
For someone like me who has to go to work, yes, I have the option of going off sick, but the other side of it, you do have the pressure of not wanting to lose your job. So that is a motivation, isn't it, to keep going in and keep doing it, whereas you don't have that as a reseller. I know you've got the paying the bills and stuff, but you haven't got that sort of influence hanging over you of, we're going to bring you in and put you on an action plan if you don't start working. It's just not there, is it?
Junie D says, I sell my own stuff at the moment, but I find that if I get a buyer or three that are annoying and ask stupid questions or are nasty, I tend to count to 10 before I reply. Yeah. Matt says, I suffer from PTSD. GAD. I don't know what GAD is. I'm sorry for my ignorance, Matt.
May know what it is, but I don't know what the abbreviation is.
Yeah, I don't know what the abbreviation is. And social anxiety. Quit working 3 years ago and went into full-time reselling.
So has that improved your mental health then, Matt? Has doing the reselling and being more alone and stuff, has that helped your mental health rather than impacted it?
Good question. I would imagine, given the economic crisis, full-time resellers under a massive pressure, which could negatively impact.
Yeah,
it's a worry because the thing is, you don't know which way it's going to go, and that's the thing, Tori. You don't know, like, if people are going to be buying more to save money, or if they're going to be buying less because they haven't got any money to spend.
How weird! Tori's comment is not on my.
Strange.
Mine goes from Santa to Del Boy Dan.
No, I don't know. I was only talking to someone today about it. It can be a lonely job sometimes. I've met a couple of lads who do part-time, and we now have a WhatsApp group. That's good. That's good, and that's together. Something that I have written down as well, which I'll go through some of the stuff, but we're way behind on the chat.
I just said there's not a day that does not go past that life and reseller can hurt. I take EMEDs to help. I lost 2 kids. And my mum in 3 years. I have my own world I go into. It's so hard.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that, RJ.
Yeah, so I can imagine with stuff like that, again, like I said, this time of year must be really, really difficult, more so than the rest of it. So, yeah. And it's stuff like that you don't realise what's going on in people's lives. No. You don't realise the sort of things that are impacting people.
Katie says, the biggest obstacle I have as a reseller is getting into that consistent schedule and taking it serious. Right now, I'm doing it as and when.
Yeah, because you haven't got that big hand above you, haven't you, going, you will do this.
Fletch 1 tips, don't take your mobile phone to bed.
Because then they message and it's, oh, God. I hear that phone pinging in
I'm guilty of that one, Fletch 1.
Jilly B said, just be you. Stop trying to meet others' expectations. Work the way you are happy with and always remember to learn to say no. Because we do have pressures within the reselling world, don't you? And this is what we say about the YouTube side of things, where people are, posting all these big payouts that they get and giving people these high expectations that they feel like they have to aim for, or
Totally. Once Love says, I got overly focused on my stats and comparing week to week, month to month, and although things were improving, obsessing about it spoiled the fun.
Yeah. Matt also says, I learned to cope with the stress of eBay. It's a lot easier than working with people. That's good. It's good that yours is positive. Definitely.
Brooke says, not taking time off, which unfortunately I've fallen victim to, resulting in delisting my entire store and still not relisted. Yeah. This is part of the reason, I made a note about this, is one of the things I wrote down was trying to hit the work-life balance. I see some resellers who literally work like 15 hours a day, every single day, including weekends. And I just wonder how they manage to do it and when they're going to hit like burnout point. Because what I've tried to do right from the word go with my reselling, and I think it stood me in good stead, is to try and stick to the Monday, Friday work hours, like normal office hours, and focus my reselling in those hours and make sure that out of those hours at a weekend, there is time for us as a couple, as a family, to do stuff and to take that time out. Well, reselling does encroach into the evenings. It does encroach into weekends. Obviously, you've got car boots to go to. That's also leisure as well as work. But there's certain things I don't do in an evening, and there's certain things I don't do at weekends, like listing and stuff. So I kind of split my time up like that so that we have plenty of time together, because that to me is, if we don't have the time together and I'm working 15 hours a day, 7 days a week, I might as well not bother. You know, what's the point?
You are guilty though sometimes
I do,
of it encroaching, and that's not me saying a negative on Chris, but I'm saying that's how easy it is to fall foul to not putting your phone down, because there's always a message you've got to reply to. There's always an offer that you want to accept or send out, and it is constant. So even when you sat together watching a film like we do, he'll have his phone in his hand and he'll be doing stuff, and that isn't 100% relaxing.
No, it's not.
So you are, like you said, you are probably better than some people at trying to
make that
split, but it's hard.
No, but the problem is, it's not as easy as just saying put your phone down.
No,
it's not, because when you run your own business, you're responsible for it 24/7. And if a customer sends you an offer and you leave it till the next day, you might have lost that customer.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. So it's not as easy, but it is trying to find a fine balance, and it's really hard to achieve. GT says, my day job is mostly working from home. I started reselling as a good reason to get out of the house, enjoy the people interaction at the boot sales and auctions.
Dabber says, Mr. Lads I used to work for, and the banter.
Ivy Julie says, money worries and not enough high sells and lonely when things go wrong is the lowest point. I started drinking, but now getting back on track and taking farm jobs for backup. Well, at least you've identified a way through it. That's the thing. And that's the hard thing, isn't it?
Yeah, you've hit your breaking point and you've realised that's not the road you want to go down, and you've done something about it, which is good. Because that is a vital crossroads, isn't it, for a lot of people when they start to go down that slippery slope. So yeah, I'm glad to hear that you've managed to find a solution, or finding a solution.
Flipping L's talking about a draining interaction. Some are, aren't they? When you've got a demanding customer.
Oh yeah, your ears go pink. Seriously.
Pink now?
Yeah. It's when he gets stressed, his ears go pink.
Yeah.
I can tell when he's sat there on his phone all quiet and his ears are going pink. I'm like, got an annoying customer.
Kimmy Kitty says, I'm not a reseller, but I am a mental health first aider at my workplace. Oh, okay. Interesting, Kimmy. We think that this time of year is very bad for mental health with so much pressure, even more so with the cost of living.
Yeah, definitely.
Dave says he much prefers lone working. Trusting someone else to do something can be a problem.
Chris says, depends on what you've done in the past. eBay's a doddle. It does. You could have come from a job where you were working 24/7, and this could have been your solution. So if that's the case, fantastic.
Steve says, Chris, you can always bully Spud on Messenger if you feel down. Always makes me feel better. Little Steve says, I've thought many times about leaving the job and giving it a go, but far too scared. You're a braver person than me. It would be difficult though, wouldn't it, little Steve? You've got a good job there, and
you've got a family.
Yeah, that's the hard thing.
You've got young kids as well, and Chris had was me and his dog, so we'd have worked through it.
RJ says, I try to click with other resellers, but it don't work with most. But I do try. I miss going out to work every morning. My big escape now is family and pets.
Yeah.
Lisa said, if I had more time to focus on eBay, I could do drafts, but you're right, you get if you're right, if you get sick, what do you do? Yeah, it's difficult. It's a tricky one.
I mean, at a push, I could list for him.
Yes, she does list for me. Junie says, was just about to add that I've just started my own little channel called A Wee Piece of Junie. Ah, interesting. We'll be talking about mental health and coping mechanisms.
Fantastic.
Interesting, Junie.
Yeah, we can't have enough of them. That's brilliant. Yeah.
Once Love says clutter can be bad for mental health and depression can lead to clutter and hoarding. Having a good organized space. What I
really need to follow my own advice.
What I try and do, and this is something that I wrote down, is a bit like that Once Loves, and that is like once a week. Yesterday on Sunday, I had a pile in here in the office of all the stuff that I'd listed during the week. And once a week, I should do it once a day at the end of every day, have a clear space. But at least once a week, I clear this office space and I start afresh, completely clear, put everything away that I've listed the previous week and start on a Monday, nice and new. But really should do that on a daily basis. But that can help.
Oh, Oliver Ian says he's always there for you though.
Ah, sweet.
People looking forward. Yeah, Junie, don't forget you can feel free to promote your new channel on here anytime.
JJ says I was very lucky to get talking to a great form of resellers. Ricky Lee, Mr. G, Becky, Rummage. If it wasn't for the group chat, I don't know how I would have got through COVID. That's good. It's good that you had that.
Santa Claus, this is a good thing. No is a powerful tool you must learn.
Yes.
It is. Kathy says, hi everyone, can you start again please? Kathy, we'd love to, but I need to go to bed.
Katie says, I've become very emotionless, almost robotic. Like I can shut off any feelings, whether positive or negative, in an instant. I've lost my way, but reselling is proving to be a good distractor. You know, being in the cops, being a police officer, kind of did teach me one little trick, and that is in regards like emotions and stuff. Because when you're in the cops, you have to like switch that off. You have to switch that aspect off. So, you know, like when there's something serious going on, like I'm not talking about sort of eBay or whatever, but I'm talking about when something serious happens in life or family. It has taught me to kind of go into a different mode, if you like.
Yeah. I don't know where we're up to now.
I
was going to say, sorry, Tori's obviously answered something, but I don't know what. I don't know.
It's because we're way behind.
She
that's
said,
all.
don't you think, Belle, that's a result of COVID lockdown? But I'm not what that was linked to, because like you said, I think we are sort of like,
yeah, we are.
We're way. I
know.
I'm
just trying to just have a quick look at everyone's, because we've asked people to comment. So
yeah.
I struggled with depression when I was diagnosed with cancer. I went to see someone, but felt they didn't understand what I was trying to explain.
I went to see someone to feel, but they didn't understand. I mean, to be fair, Shab, I've had counsellors in the past for various reasons, and I get what you're saying with that. Because
doesn't always work, does it?
No, it's sometimes you don't need somebody just sitting there nodding and saying what they've been taught. Sometimes
everyone's different, though, aren't they?
Sometimes you need someone that's maybe had a lived experience and can empathise with you. And not all counsellors have that, unfortunately.
Brooke said the reason I went self-employed is because my mental health was working for others, didn't understand my struggles, and it was making it worse. There are a lot of people in reselling who have struggles like that, and I think it's one of the go-to sort of self-employed occupations, isn't it? It seems to be.
But like you said, it does come with you resolve some issues, but then it brings a whole host of others, and you just have to be in a position where you can manage that.
Lindsay and Alvin says they do have a very complicated personal life, which they don't want to discuss. Fair enough, but that's why we started reselling. And they love joining in with everybody. That's nice.
Yeah.
Peter Ray says, hard at times seeing how my dad is, which affects me. I'm only I'm an only child, so I found it hard to interact with other people. But since doing YouTube and me, I know you've gained a lot of confidence, Peter, through YouTube, which is excellent.
Kimmy said, look for positives in your role. I go to the toilet, my boss is breathing down my neck. You can control your day, time, and schedule. Yeah. Lana Bell, lockdown probably didn't help that. Plus, you're moving down south. We've all got used to being in our own little bubbles. Oh, I think it's me.
Yeah, I think that was similar to what Tori was talking about.
Yeah.
Chop Chop says, I try to keep reselling on eBay as a game. The buyers are not real. It's all a game. At present, I have 12 parcels missing, a car in the garage, a busted washing machine. Oh, blimey.
Shadmaster then suffered again with anxiety when my mum passed away and my two beloved cats I had were over 16 years, all passed within 6 months of each other last year. All I can say, Shadmaster, you've obviously been through a massive amount of trauma in a very short period of time, but you're here. You're still here, you're still going. You've got future plans and you're finding ways of getting through it. And that just shows how resilient you are and what a strong character you've got. So yeah, so as bad as everything is that you've been through, you're coping, you're managing it, you're doing it. So
David says, I think making time for yourself in any job is a must. Just having time to switch off for an hour or more. Mine's the Xbox. Killing virtual people works. Yeah, good one, David. Good one.
Mine's reading.
Yeah.
That's why I like reading, because you can just literally shut off and disappear into a virtual world of whatever. Yeah.
Jack says, I think I'm lucky in that aspect. I've only ever experienced 6 months of normal work before swapping into full time, so he doesn't really know what the other side is like.
I don't know if you've read any of these. Jillaby says, go for a walk, get some fresh air, pop your music on, make a cuppa. Delboy says, Hayley really helps me and keeps me on track. She is bubbly and nothing really worries her. I do all the bills and banking and feel responsible for it, even when things are good.
Tori says, I think we're all hard on ourselves. Look at what we have had to deal with: COVID, energy crisis, worry of war, death of the Queen. It all affects us. How resilient are we supposed to be?
Brad says, I suffer from mental health problems. My mum, dad, baby brother and sister are everything to me. I love spending time with my mum and dad, and they are the best and coolest parents ever. Oh, you're trying to make me cry again, Brad. That is so sweet. Bless. What a credit to you. What a credit to you.
Kathy says, I have to remember when I get messages of complaint that often these are people whose literacy needs improvement. Maybe they don't actually mean to be arses.
Yeah, very true. Matt says, I have a habit of checking my feedback all the time. Wish eBay would do away with it. Where we're at, Mrs. Love says, unfortunately, although I'm much happier working for myself, getting enough sales to pay the bills is a struggle. Still building, got to spend money to make money. I'm terrible. I'm like a lot of people in the chat. I've had a lot of rough times over the years, and it sounds really stupid. And Chris will know exactly what I'm about to say here. But I found many years ago, I found a motto.
Oh, I knew this would come up. I knew this would come up.
But it's true. It's a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
And it's a really simple one, and it won't work for everybody, but it's a motto. And basically, when I'm in a situation where you've all been there, your head's completely gone, you don't know if you're coming, you're going, everything seems like a major thing. And I have to really pull myself back. And I have to sit there and I have to say my motto in my head and then work through it.
Oh, just say the motto, will you?
Don't shout at me and rush me. And a lot of you would have heard it, because it's not one that I've made up. And it is, accept the things you can't change. What is it? Accept the things you can't change.
Just can't remember it.
Courage to change the things you can, and wisdom to know the difference. So I look at every situation and I basically do that, and I go, right, can I change this? No? Right, I need to accept I can't change it and I need to move on. If it's a yes, right, what can I do to change it? Even if it's scary. And I literally apply that, and it has got me through so many situations. And it's something really simple, but it just refocuses you.
Well, sometimes Sometimes I do have to remind you of that.
Yeah, sometimes
Just
he
to
does when
bring
I'm
you
with
back.
you now.
I always say, now what do you always say, dear?
I know, and that's
And then it brings you back.
Yeah, sometimes you do need that outside influence to just sort of point you in the right direction.
Matt Sell Stuff says, even though I did that live listing with you that one time, Chris, that was a massive achievement. I can understand that, and it can be a bit daunting for people. You know, not every a lot of people suffer with anxiety and social stuff. You know, I'm the same really. I'm not great in social situations, but it's probably why I don't go to many meetups. But you know.
All I can say, guys, is obviously we are way behind with the chat, and I really appreciate that you've been so open and willing to come and discuss this subject, because it isn't easy. It's not an easy subject, but what I'm hoping is that you've been able to keep up with the chat a bit better than we have.
And you've read a lot of the
people's
comments,
and you can see, you know, like everybody is, we're all in similar boats, and you know, this is why the reselling community to us is such a big thing, because we're perfect strangers. We don't know each other, but we can help in so many ways. And I'm sure Chris is the same, but if anybody ever needs anything, if anybody ever needs a chat or, you know, a bit of support or bringing back to a space that they can start again from, then we're always there. And I know a lot of people in the chat will be as well. So don't ever be afraid to reach out.
Definitely. You can always reach out to us.
Yeah.
Peter Ray, thanks for sharing that. And I know that things have improved a lot whilst you've been doing YouTube.
Yeah.
We'll have to move down a bit.
So I hope nobody takes offense if we're skipping past your comments, but I am just aware that we are really, really far behind. And that obviously means that because you guys have been so interactive and willing to participate with this conversation.
We're not too bad. We're not too bad.
I know, I just don't want to feel like we're skipping or rushing anything.
I'm just moving through some of the comments. Yeah, Geordie Reseller, you've got a good point there. I just think there's always someone else in a worse situation in life, so you try and get on with things.
That is true, but that doesn't mean that you should.
That it's not important.
Yeah, it's not. That doesn't mean it's not important. You should, because a lot of people discard their emotions and what's going on and hit a breaking point.
But if that's what works for Geordie Reseller, then sometimes having that thought that there's always someone worse than me, you know, then that can get you through it, can't it?
Yeah, no, it is. But my worry is, Geordie, that you're not, you know, you're pushing your own emotion to one side, that, you know, maybe you need a hug. You can have a hug too. No, I do understand that, because I do think that a lot as well. I do look at people and think, God, well, I could be a lot worse.
Yeah, definitely. Because at one point I was panicking a bit about like the bills and stuff, and you were always saying to me, look, you know, there's people out there who definitely can't even afford to, like, you know, put the heating on ever, you know, and then I'm there stressing about whether we can afford it. I'm like, well, yeah, we can afford it.
We can afford it. It's just going to make us our comfortable.
Yeah, our comfort zone will be reduced.
Yeah.
Whereas some people can't even afford,
you
know, to put food on the table. So I understand that, what you were saying back there. Matt says, I have a confession, Chris. When I'm listing, I have your old Come List With Me videos playing in the background. Bloody hell. That's motivation, is it? Is it motivation seeing that I don't get any work done when we do those? Thanks, Proza. I did give you a shout out early on, but welcome anyway.
Endless treasures. If we do not start reselling, I think we go back to our countries. We finally love what we're doing and have a life again. Also, we enjoyed working together, which is amazing. Yeah, I'm glad to see that there is a combination of people that have moved into reselling and are finding that it's improving their lives and their mental health as well. Because like we've said, a lot of people end up in reselling because they've either got ill health, mental health, you know, they've just at a point in their life that they need a change before things start to spiral. And, you know, it's good that there is something you can move over into. And like you said, in this such a large community, we keep saying it's a lone working job, and on a day-to-day basis it is, but there is a huge community out there of people that you can chat to who are in exactly the same situation.
Once Love says reselling can be great, but it's not for everyone. It's okay to like walk away from it if you need to.
Yeah,
totally.
definitely.
Sometimes people just do better just in a normal job, in a normal working environment, and totally understand that. And Boldfine says mental health nearly destroyed my life, but now learn how to deal with the tough times. It's good that you've learned how to get through. I'm nearly at the bottom here.
Mrs. Love says, I have to admit, I'm incredibly grateful for finding all you lovely lot on the tubes. Helps massively as we now also homeschool and be quite secluded at times. Phil Higgins says, I'm one with the force and the force is with me, my motto, but I'm a Star Wars fan.
Tamman Bell said it's an ongoing struggle. You all help massively. I think it's really great that we have all these people, all these fellow resellers, all people who follow the channel. People contact me all the time, and that helps massively, because if we didn't have that, it would be so very lonely. It really would. And yes, Steve, yes, the build up was not worth it.
What?
The build up to your thing.
Don't be mean to me. You should be supporting me, not agreeing with him.
Joan said it's the Serenity prayer.
Yeah,
it's prayer
of Serenity.
That's it.
Yeah, see, her mantra too. I used to have it on a little gold chain. God knows where that is now, but yeah.
Oh, you read that one out, didn't you, from Endless Treasure?
Yeah. At least it's getting late. We all understand, and you need to do the duck race.
Mrs. Love says, I'm incredibly grateful for finding you all. That's brilliant. Thanks for joining us and for sharing everything that you have done. I'm literally just trying to get to the bottom here.
Lindsay Alvin says, it never ceases to amaze us how wonderful you guys all are. Rich from Night's Life on Saturday. Now you, Chris and Belle, we could not be prouder to be part of the wonderful family. Thank you all.
That's nice.
So yeah, no, and we feel the same. We do feel the same. And before you say it, Oliver Ian, I know I'm like the unwanted relative in the reselling family as far as you're concerned, because I don't get involved enough. But no, I sit and watch from the sidelines. You sit and watch from the sidelines, don't you, Ira?
Chop, I'm glad you managed to turn things around.
Oh yeah, Chris says, think you've got an auction to do as well.
Oh sugar, yeah.
It's going to be a quick auction.
We're going over time. You just got to accept it, babes. You're going to bed a few minutes late, okay? This subject clearly we could have had an entire show about this subject.
Yeah, we could have done.
It's definitely touched a point on a lot of people.
Well, if nothing else, like I said, I hope it's opened some doors for people to realize that if you are struggling, or you're, or you need a chat, or you just need a little bit of someone to lean on. There are so many people in this community that are willing to lend an ear, a hand, whatever. Don't ever feel like you're alone. And I know, like I said, I can only speak for me and Chris directly, but we are always here. There's, how to contact us. It doesn't have to be a reselling query. I'm a great sounding board. If you don't want to moan, I'm a great sounding board.
Thanks, Mike, and also thanks Noxious as well. Noxious Rooster.
Belle could do the show in her 90. You don't want to see that. Actually, I've got my pajamas on. Auction has already finished, apparently. Big Steve bid 15 quid.
I've hit the bottom.
Brooke said, think we should do a chat regarding mental health again.
Yeah,
soon.
I think we should, but we'll dedicate more time to it.
And keep an eye out, because Junie, is it Junie? Junie, I think it was Junie, has obviously got a channel that she is looking at setting up specifically for that reason. So yeah, could be a great help to people.
Right. Oh my God.
What we need to help now is ducks.
We've got this box to get rid of first, guys, if anyone's interested. Oh, right. Before I move on to this, thank you all so much for being honest and talking about that. It's not an easy subject to talk about, but I definitely think it affects us all, myself included. And yeah, we'll do another chat on it soon. Maybe we'll do a lunch hour live or something and we'll talk about it then. Because I've got loads of things written down which we haven't even got to. So I'll save that for another day. Now, I've got a mystery box of pop culture stuff. There's some clothing in here. There's over 30 items. And free postage to the UK. If it goes international, I would say that it's going to be very expensive international. So probably avoid international outside the UK. Oh, thanks, RJ. Thank you, everyone. Tonight's mental health is a killer, but with help from others, there's a light for us all. That's very nice of you. Thank you so much for wrapping that up there. Appreciate it. So, whatever the price ends at, it's free for the UK. This is a pretty hefty box, and there is all kinds of stuff in here. There's over 30 items. Majority is pop culture. There's some bits of clothing in here as well. There's some mugs. There is, let me give you some clues. If you want to get the bids in.
Bids have started.
Okay.
So E&G came in at 10, but Bold Finds is then coming at 25.
Oh, thanks, Bold Finds. Thanks, James. There's some caps in here. I've got a boxed pop figure. There is, there's a football item. There's some figures. There's some toys. Over 30 items in total. There's Harry Potter, I can see here. What else is that?
Santa said he will cover the shipping for any international auction winners.
Bloody hell, Santa.
Official cookie in the Hayden's statistician.
Thank you. There's Walt Disney World item here.
Mrs. Love says there's a Wally mug in there.
No way, Jose. Bold Finds has gone 50. Now, is anyone going to be able to beat 50? Wow. Thank you, James.
He just wants it over and done with.
Yeah, he wants it done.
Do you want the duck race?
This will go out on Wednesday morning to whoever wins. Come on. James will probably do an unboxing.
Ooh. Oh, Monkey Thrift just coming at 51.
Wow, Monkey Thrifter Peter's in at 51. There you go. That's the current price.
He sat there thinking, I don't have to do a car boot.
Yes.
It's so worth it.
Oh, Glamours. Glamours has sent us $20. Thank you, Dana. Thank you. That's so kind of you. I'm so tardy. What does tardy mean?
I don't know.
Babe?
But
I need to check.
Before Chris has a chance to disagree with me, I think anything that's come in from the super chats today, we will be donating to a mental health charity.
Why not? Yeah.
Tyler's trading post has come in at 65, and that's the final offer.
Ooh. Oh, thank you, Glamours. That's very kind of you. Really appreciate it. Tyler's trading post, £65, final offer. Does anybody else want to go above Tyler for this?
Geordie says, will it be sent in black bags?
Could do if you want. I can change it. I can tip it out of a box if you want. Put it in a black bag.
Bold finds his out, needs his pigs in blankets.
Fair enough. Okay, going once to Tyler's trading post. Going once. So, are there any more bids? Other than over £65.
Tardy means late.
Oh.
You don't
don't
get a fine for being late.
Yeah, you don't have to, but we'll donate that. There's Glamour's channel, by the way. Tardy. I didn't know what that meant, actually. I had no idea. I think going twice on, where's he gone? Tyler. Going twice, Tyler. Going twice. £65. This is it. Final offer. Final chance. If anyone, I'm going to type in the chat, hammer down. And if nobody else has put a bid in for that, then £65 will be the winning bid. So This is it. You got 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
Getting a foot lick off the
4,
dog.
3,
Oh,
2,
66.
1. Katie's popped in. I have to start again now because there's a new bid. So £66. Going once at £66. This is your chance, guys. We're nearly done here. £66, Katie. Hello, Cookster. Going twice to Katie at £66. We'll do a countdown to going 3 times. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There it is. Hammer down. Katie's won it. I'm sorry. Where's he gone? Sorry, Tyler. You were very close, and it was a great offer. So thank you for the bid.
Tyler says, "Unlucky me."
I'm sorry. Look out, because we do this every couple of weeks.
Oh yeah,
we do
Kathy's at it. 100 quid she's put in after the hammer.
Yeah. Right, Katie. This is yours. This is winging its way to you. Thanks so much for the bid, and send me a message on Facebook or Instagram, and we'll organise payment, and I'll get your address, and we'll get it shipped out Wednesday morning. Thanks everyone for bidding. Oh,
Kathy put Oops was a late and one sub put not late, Chris. Not late, Kathy, just tardy.
yes, that's it. Tardy. I'm going to use that word now. I quite like it, tardy.
Right, come on, get your duck race set up.
Okay. You keep people entertained for a couple of minutes.
Don't say that because I'll sing.
Oh, no. Don't do that, please.
Shadmeister said Kathy's bid carries on to the next auction. You do, Chris.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah. So we need a reminder. So today's duck race prize is coming from DB Resells. Is that right? From DB
Yes,
Resells.
it is.
And if you haven't seen a picture of it, it is a lovely duck fishing game thing in a pack. So you will be hopefully the lucky winner of that soon.
We have 67 ducks in the race. I'll just do the 2-minute timer.
Big Steve's already snoring.
Is he gone?
Yeah.
He's gone. Yes, Proza, I meant to ask you about that. I sent you an email back. Just drop me an email back with a quick question for you, that's all.
RJS World is off skis, so thanks for joining us.
Thank you, RJs.
See you soon.
Just before we do this duck race, I need to make sure I don't forget. A big thank you goes out to all our channel members: Tori, Emsden UK, Sam, Mick Page, Lindsay and Alvin, the Monkey Thrifter, Fix It for Reselling, the Dave, Soul Steps, Santa, Stevo, Brooke, Matt Sellstuff, Glamours, Paul Daubney, GT Prelove, Cy, Kieran, Chris Smith, and Rachel Nash, who joined us last week. Thank you all for being members and just supporting the channel as well. That little extra bit, really appreciate it. If anyone else is interested in the channel membership, there is a button underneath this video that you can just go and have a look and see what you think. There's lots of little perks and little extras that's well worth it.
TK said, did he and Lisa get a duck?
Yes, she did, TK. Yes, she did. I just put you in before.
I don't know if this will work, but I could buy £66 worth of stuff from your eBay shop.
Drop me a message, Katie, and we'll sort it.
Oh, Tori's getting happy with her little stickers. Is she is. Don't show up on yours. No.
Okay, all right. I'm nearly ready for the duck race. Okay, are you doing the commentary right? Am I?
You always take the piss when I do it.
You do it.
But you always take the mickey out of me.
Yeah, because it's bad.
It's no worse than yours.
Okay.
Oh, I'm getting really cold.
Just do a tester.
Testing.
Yes, there is noise coming from your groin area. I'm a little wiener.
Oh my God, you're like a witch. That's not funny. That's not funny.
Mr. Hanky, the Christmas pole.
That's the other end.
They can't see where it is. Which bit's talking? So, all the ducks to the starting line, please. Get your flappers ready and your feet waggling. Are we ready? Who is it going to be today? Who is going to be our winning duck? At the moment, we have Ali Evans and Mrs. Love up at the front, and Rachel Nash is down there with a little crown on her head. We have Jess Davis just plodding along at the bottom, and little Batman duck tea cakes. Who else have we got up at the front? I can say AMPR, I can see Bills and Moons, I can see Brad, I can see Mike, I can see my Mike Vinter. All these are all got a chance, but some of them are going in reverse. Do they realise they are going the wrong way? Adventures is sloping away up there at the front. Oh, DB Resells is making a bit of a clown of himself down at the bottom. And we have, who else do we have there? We have Sheriff Timmy Tit is coming up, and Peter Ray. Oh, it's a plain duck. Is it going to be a plain duck today? Apparently they do win quite a lot. We've got Cassie Kyle down at the bottom and Cherry. Cherry is making a good swim. Nope, she's decided it's not for her, and so has Brooke. Who else have we got there? No, we have Tonks Boutique just bobbing along in the middle with it. Looks like we've got chicken pox there. I hope they're not feeling too poorly. We've got Jason Intwestley's little pink love art duck. That's so sweet. And we've got Tori in some weird face mask thing. I don't know what she's dressed as. Catan made a little bit of a swim for it then, but has decided he don't like the front either. Oh, wake up, Steve! Your duck's at the front, Steve. Come on. He's going to win. Is he going to win? He's not. His duck isn't sleeping even if Steve is. Cass Carly's down at the bottom, the little green duck. We've got a whole line here. We've got Tap Peddler, we've got Cartoon Head, we've got Mike Halpin, Bills and Moons, Lana. Oh, Lana is trying to catch up with Steve. Is she going to pip him to the post? Is little Lana Ducky going to win? Nespresso is looking cool at the top with his backwards cap. Lana's holding it steady there at the front. She is determined that she is going to win this prize, and we only have 3 seconds, but it looks like it's going to be Yorkshire Mix. It's going to be a plain duck. It is Yorkshire Mix!
Jesus Christ. Who thinks Belle's commentary is better than mine?
Oh, dear. It's not a competition, dear.
Don't know. Duck race it is.
Hello, baby. Hello.
There you go, Yorkshire Mix. Well done. You are today's winner. Are they here?
I don't know. I can't believe how close Lana was. She was like literally just picked at the post. Sorry, Chris, but Belly's better. There you go.
Cheers.
There's your answer. What fantastic commentary.
Really? Really?
Oh, Lisa's sitting on the fence. She says we're both good. She really means me. So
Yorkshire Mix, please send me a message on Instagram or Facebook, and I will pass that with your permission to
Yorkshire
Damien.
Mix, there he is. About time too.
Damien will send that prize out to you.
Thank you, DB.
Oh, I've just got a right itch there.
Turn that freaking quacking off. I ate that duck.
Tyler, yes. Good enough. Chris is better.
Oh, whatever, Tyler. Whatever. You just want another box thing. That's all it is. He just wants you for your goods.
Oh, that bloody itch there.
Pretty sure you missed one where Junior D says I'm fantastic. Matt Sell Stuff is off. Thanks for joining us, Matt. See you soon.
See you, Matt. Thank you. Official Cookie and Hayden statistician now. He's changing his name.
First, that's what I just said earlier.
All right. First win for Yorkshire Mix. Brilliant. Mike always prefers Bell. Damien says it'll go Hermes on Wednesday. Too long for Royal Mail. But thank you, Damien. Appreciate the prize. Very, very kind of you. Cheers, Bold Finds. Thank you. Right now, if you want to be in next week's duck race, I have got a bumper prize pack for next week. It's coming from a multitude of people. I've got a bag full of stuff. If you want to be in the race, when this stream is finished, you know what to do. You've got to go back to the stream, the live show, when this is finished, and make a comment. Any comment you like will get you into the duck race. If it's a nice comment about the channel, you might get a bit of a head start in the duck race. This is a Chupa Chups mega pack that's been donated by a variety of people. So,
including myself.
yes. First up in the prize pot for next week is this lovely packet of Chupa Chups lollies, which has come from M's Den. That was actually a present for me, but I'm donating it. I'm paying it forward.
Pretty sure some of these were all presents for you.
We've got a Chupa Chups pencil case, which was donated by the Monkey Thrifter. I'm pretty sure it's a Monkey Thrifter. Thank you, Peter. What are you sniffing at?
Cookies checking out what's in your bag.
We've got a Chupa Chups DIY scented nail polish set, which was donated by Bargain Bell. This is a mega Christmas pack. We've got a Chupa Chups little mini bag, which was donated by Stephen Larner.
Clearly it's stinky. Cookies like you.
So that's from Stephen Larner. This is amazing. And because Christmas is coming, we've got these two ducks that also came from M's Den. We've got like a Rudolph reindeer
How's
duck.
Chupa Chups?
Well, it's Christmas. I've got to do something with these Christmas ducks before it's too late. And I've got a Santa duck there. Those are big ducks. Look at all this stuff, everyone. This could be the biggest load of prizes ever. And the Monkey Thrifter also donated these little mini ducks. So I've got two little Santa mini ducks, little baby ones. I've got this one.
Don't you dare. Piss off.
Got this one.
No.
Hang on.
Ew. People aren't going to want it now you've licked it.
I'll wash it. I've got this little sticky ducky thing that goes on windows or something, or people's heads. And this little pack of I don't know what that is, but it's oopsie daisy. This is also from the Monkey Thrifter.
It's a duck with a helmet.
A duck with a lovely helmet. All this stuff is going to be for next week's winner. It's a special week. So thank you to everyone who's donated all these little bits and bobs.
Brooke says, are the prizes getting sent in the Sainsbury's bag?
You can do if you want, yes. I can oblige you with that, but I'm not responsible for how they get there.
Ducks covered in Chris's spit.
All that is up for grabs next week. So you need to go back and comment when this show is finished. That is a lot.
Yeah, it is.
I'll wash it, Kathy. Don't worry. I'll disinfect it. Those Christmas ducks are nice, says Junie.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoy watching us, Brad.
Thanks, Brad.
Nice to have you.
Cheers, Mike. It was very sensitive, and I hope we managed to cover a little bit of it.
Yeah, obviously, we're sorry we couldn't read everybody's comments out, but, that was due to the fact that everyone was being really interactive, which was fantastic. So I hope that
We'll do it again.
I hope that other people got to read the comments and read people's experiences.
We'll do it again soon. 15 of the 41 races have been won by a plain duck. That's 36%.
This is our well-being dog. This is what
she does help,
This is
she
what
definitely
keeps
does.
Cookie sane.
Keeps Cookie sane?
No,
or you?
keeps Chris sane.
Keeps you sane.
She does keep me sane. And part of the reason we got her was to help me with my conditions, because she does. You can't just sit around and mope around when you're not feeling great. You have to get up and you have to feed her all the time, and she has to go out for walkies and she has to go out for wee-wees.
And she's good for cuddles.
And she is good for cuddles.
Yeah, on your way out, thanks, Lindsay and Alvin. Don't forget, guys, on your way out, hit the thumbs up on the way. That would be good if you've enjoyed the stream or even got anything out of it.
Oh, yeah, we missed Share the Love, but we'll do it next
week. Do I do
week.
it now quickly before we finish?
We'll do it next week.
We can't miss Share the Love.
It's
People are
fine.
waiting for that.
It's fine, don't worry.
No, we've got to do it, babes. We
It's
have to
fine.
do it.
Everyone's leaving. Everyone's tired.
We do it. We'll do a quick 2 minute Share the Love. You've got 2 minutes, and then we'll call it a night.
People have been sharing links throughout the show anyway.
Have they?
Yeah.
We can't not do it.
To be fair, the
Sharing is caring. Share the love.
I cut her off.
He cuts me off all the time.
I cut her off. Share the love. Okay, you've got 2 minutes. 2 minutes to share your links,
The
your
whole show
channels,
has
and
been
everything.
about sharing the love.
True enough. True enough. And then we'll call it a day.
Let Belle go to bed. Yes. Thank you.
No one's sharing anyway. That's it.
No, because everyone's tired.
Everyone's had enough.
We've had a serious conversation. Everyone's knackered now.
We have waited our 24 hours to maybe go live at some point. What does that mean, Lindsay and Alvin? Oh, here we go. They're doing it now.
There we go.
Let her
Junie
go.
D's channel.
There's
Tammy
Junie D.
Bell's Crack Corner. If anyone needs a chat, thank you. That's lovely.
That's nice, Brooke.
Yeah, that's
Thank
really
you.
nice.
Vintage Heroes. Check out that one over on YouTube. Bold Fine's doing Vlogmas this year. If anyone wants to follow, check out Tam and Bell for some good content. Paul and Marie. Here is Cookie and the Hayden's eBay song to remember. To
Why
list
would
your
you
ranks,
do
and
that,
thanks,
Dave? We're trying to cheer people up now.
We're not trying to
depress them even more. No.
That was lockdown madness, unfortunately.
It was.
Please check out Lindsay and Alvin's channel. There's M's Den.
And don't forget movie chats on Thursday. We can't forget the movie chat, guys.
Tea cakes there. Movie chats, boys, yeah. Night's live. Okay, we're all done. We are all finished for today. Thanks everybody for sharing all your experiences, all your tips, your advice, your struggles. Appreciate it. Appreciate your honesty. I hope it's been of some use to you, even just talking about it. So what's coming up on the channel this week? Okay, midweek, I'll have a tabletop sale out. Went to a tabletop at the weekend, got a load of footage on camera, and that'll be out this week. And tomorrow night, England, Wales, we're doing a live stream tomorrow night, just like we've been doing all the other England games. So that'll be on tomorrow night. So come join us about 6:30 if you've got nothing else on. And then we'll have another video out the weekend. So yeah, that's where we're at with the channel. Don't forget to come back and comment if you want to be in with a chance of winning all that stuff. Thank you to all the super chats tonight. Really appreciate it. And for the bidding on the box, don't forget to message me, guys. That is it. We are done. Finished.
Hope you all have a good and productive week. If not, don't worry about it. It'll all be fine.
Let's end with Belle's Serenity thing. Go on.
Accept the things you cannot change. Have courage to change the things you can. And Cookie's licking my finger. And wisdom to know the difference.
We'll leave you with that.